Rock! This is another palm muting lesson. Yeah, so really it's just about right hand technique. It really doesn't matter what we're doing down over the fret hand. You know, I might play a riff, I don't know. Okay, check it out. We'll keep this short, real short. This is the bridge. Okay, it doesn't matter, you know, what your guitar is. It has a bridge. It's gonna look different depending on what the manufacturer is. But this whole thing is the bridge. Where the string comes into contact with the bridge is actually called the saddle. Okay, so this is important. Your sweet spot for a palm mute, because we want that string to still resonate. We don't want it to be dead. Let me show you. This is not a palm mute. That's a mute. We don't want that. You can see I'm like way up there. I'm not even in contact with the bridge. You better feel this bridge on your hand right here. If you don't feel it, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so your sweet spot to get that resonance for the string to still resonate and get that really, really great sound in palm mute from forward from the saddle is literally probably about, your sweet spot is maybe 2 inches, maybe inch and a half, I would say, to be safe. So if you feel the saddle on, you know, basically the saddle, you feel the saddle on your hand here. If you're on string 6 and 5, which is where most people are palm muting, that's what this lesson is really about. This is about how to palm mute higher strings effectively, like basically string 4, 3, and 2. I don't worry about string 1 very much, but if you can palm mute effectively the string 4, 3, and 2, especially in lead guitar stuff like guitar licks and lead guitar lines and stuff like that, it sounds really cool. It sounds like you're way cooler and better than you really are. So, but what are people really doing with riffs and chord progressions? They're palm muting string 6 and 5. Well, most people have their hand angled like this, right? Check it out. So there's the guitar, there's the strings, they angle their hand. That's normal. I play like that too. That's what this is really about. This is about how to control your pick hand so that you get those strings 4, 3, and 2. So if you are angled like this, normal play, strings 6 and 5 are easy to palm mute. You fall within that sweet spot. Now, if you try to, if you leave that angle of your hand like that, and you try to go up to string 4, 3, and 2, you're outside the sweet spot. I mean, I can't even do it. My hand just automatically wants to go into, you know, the new position. But here's what I'm talking about. Here's the angle, normal play, right? String 6 and 5. Now watch this. My hand moves like that. So now my hand is basically parallel with the bridge. So if you think about the bridge being like this, now my hand is parallel with the bridge. I can feel all the saddles on my hand. Whereas before I could really only kind of feel string 6 and 5 saddle, sort of. Okay, but now I'm straight up and down. Basically, if you kind of look at the strings like this, the neck, my hand is like perpendicular. Okay, if you can think of it like that, my hand is perpendicular to the neck. Neck, hand, perpendicular. Yeah, that's the only geometry I know. Okay, but here, now you can get the string 4, 3, and 2. So, yeah, if you think, I don't know, like, what's Van Halen ain't talking about love, he does that. I don't even know how to play it. Something like that, but he palm mutes up to string 2. Whatever, I don't play Van Halen stuff, suppose that song. But he's doing that. He's palm muting that riff all the way up to string 2. Okay, and there's if you watch some of my performance videos, I palm mute like string 2 and 3 all the time in my lead work. Okay, just watch some of those. You can hear it, but if you think about it here, I'm just playing out of shape. I'm palm muting all that stuff. Because I'm kind of an over palm muter anyway, but yeah. So anyway. So I just walked up that scale there, palm muting the entire thing. But again, it's all about your hand being vertical. I mean, it depends on how you think about it. You know, vertical, perpendicular to the neck, right? Whatever. Hand pointed that way. You know, feeling all those saddles on your hand right here. Like basically feeling the entire bridge. the entire length of your hand. I don't know if I was way out of the shot there. But that's where you want, and it's really tough. I mean, especially because you got to work your hand. Basically, your fingers got to be behind your volume knob. And people, that's really strange for people. Really strange. You got to train your hand to do it. I don't know. I could keep this going, but hopefully I covered everything. Rock.